Alright guys, well I'm back today with a very interesting high value and budget LPVO from CVLIFE. This one features a brand new reticle selection that they've never offered before, a ton of really nice specs and features, especially at the price, a mount, flip-up lens covers, and removable throw lever all inside the box that comes in at $199. On top of that, they've added a redeemable code specifically for my viewers on the Amazon link in the description below. And when you click that, you'll save 30%, dropping the price down to $139.99 to keep the price in mind when you are considering this optic. Now, before we get too far into the optic and the brand new reticle selection, I want to give a huge shout out to AAC for sponsoring the ammo to help make this video. I ran a lot of their 55 grain and 62 grain through this setup, including the optic, to really prove it out, and it's been running great. I've run well over 5,000 to 6,000 rounds of 55 grain 5.56 without any issues, and I'm working on about 1,000 to 1,500 rounds of 62 grain ammo without any issues whatsoever. So running great. More info on the campsite page. Let's start off this review by talking about quickly the basic specs and features. Then we'll dig right into the reticle because that's where this optic really shines. This one features a standard 30mm tube, a 1 to 6 second focal plane optic, meaning as you zoom in out, the reticle stays the same size, meaning the bullet drop compensation and ranging, yes, there's ranging in the reticle, is only effective at the 6 power setting. The adjustable diopter works pretty good, and it's pretty tight. I like that. I don't want them just kind of flopping around. You really want to set it and forget it and not worry about bumping that out of alignment. This does get to a true 1x power. Now, it's not the best 1x I've ever seen, but again, we are talking about a $140 scope, but it's a very good 1x image quality, which can be utilized as a red dot sort of reticle and system at the 1x power. Speaking of that, it does have an illuminated reticle. It's not going to be daytime bright necessarily. Dusk or twilight hunting applications, this is going to work good, or inside your home. And you may be thinking this is extended out a little bit further. That's because this has the primary arms auto live cap on there, and the threads work on this optic. So if you wanted shake awake technology in this LPVO to make it more of a jack of all trades, home defense, hunting rifle, and outdoor rifle, this is going to be a good option with that auto live cap that generally sells for 40 to 50 bucks depending on what's going on, but that thread's in there and it's been working great with this setup. Now, the controls are very similar to any other LPVO. The throw lever is really nice. The zoom on this is really smooth, no issues there. So you can track something across a field like a hog, a coyote, or a deer. Boom, zoom into the 6, incredibly easy. Take your shot, use the bullet drop compensation and ranging built into the reticle, and let's take a closer look at that. This one has large leader duplex lines that taper down to point your eyes directly to the reticle, which is incredibly convenient. It also has ranging built in at the top with explanation of the ranging in the manual, and then it has bullet drop compensation for 5.56, windage, and leader lines. This is a great reticle. It works incredibly well, and I'm glad to see companies expanding their reticle selections, especially in a high value and budget optic. I've never seen a reticle like this in an optic that's sub $150, so it's really nice to see in something that comes in at $139.99 after the discounts available. Now again, that ranging and bullet drop compensation is only effective at the 6 power setting, but you could potentially do the math, set it to the 3, and calculate accordingly. But that takes a little bit of thought. It's very simple to just look at something at the 1 through 4 or 5, and then boom, hit the 6 to get that bullet drop compensation to take your shots at a distance. Speaking of taking your shots at a distance, I propped this rifle up 200 yards ridgeline, and it was making hits all day. This KAK rifle has been running great, and it's a perfect high-value combo with this CVLIFE LPVO. It really does everything you need to do, and I'm going to call this a jack of all trades, master of none style optics. It's not going to be the best when it comes to the eye box and eye relief, meaning left, right, up, and down, but it's actually pretty darn good, comparable to most $200 and $300 optics. So nothing to write home about, but very adequate, does the job fine. The reticle itself, amazing reticle. Does it compete with some others that I've seen on $500 and $600 optics? Well, no, maybe some of those get a little bit brighter, but it does amazing, and it gets pretty close, and this is $140. the 1x magnification? Does it give you like this perfect, seamless 1x transition between peripheral vision and down the optic? Well, not perfect, but it's, again, very good at $140. And we can say that about every aspect of this optic. It is competing with $200 and $300 optics, but it's giving you a little bit more than those at about half the price. So it's got a lot of great features. Again, a jack of all trades, master of none, type of 1 to 6 LPVO. I can definitely recommend it if you're in that 140-ish kind of price point. It does a really good job, especially with this brand new reticle selection. You will not be disappointed, especially if you tried other CVLIFE optics in the past. And speaking of other CVLIFE products, I've never had a CVLIFE optic fail on me, break, anything come loose, fall apart. I mean, we are talking about high value and budget optics here, but I've never had any of their red dots or LPVOs, or for that matter, full-size rifle optics ever go down on me. So just good quality across the board at a reasonable price. Yes, you can find better LPVOs, but they're going to be a lot more money. If you want something that's going to give you a lot of information in the reticle, have illumination, and overall decent glass clarity, this is going to be a great option. You can check out some of the other options that I review on the channel, but all the information, linking, and the linking to that discount page will be in the description below. That is an affiliate link, meaning if you click on it, it helps out the channel at no extra cost to you, just brings you right to the sale page. I actually specifically requested this optic to test from CVLIFE, and they were nice enough to send it out. So a huge shout out to these guys for always supporting the channel. I think this is a pretty darn good option, but let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Thanks for watching, guys. Have a good one.